Hi, I'm Coach Todd, and welcome to this video. I'm going to teach you how to put your bike in a Thule bike case. Now, this is the second video I've done where I've showed you how to use this Thule bike case. This is the second one. The reason why I'm doing a second video is because I just recently found this great new product that I want to show you guys, and it's something called Albopads. And what do you do is inside here you get all these pads that are going to help wrap your bike. It's going to make it a lot easier. What you're going to get is you get, I think, 7 of these little guys, and then you get 4 longer ones, and then you get 2 extra Velcro pieces, and you also get a derailleur bag. Okay, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this for packing my bike up here and putting it in this Thule bike box. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about how to take this bike case out and put the stand together. I've already gone over that in another video. If you want to see that, go to the video right here and you can do that. In this video, I want to really focus on how I'm going to use the Albopads for protecting my bike when I'm getting it ready to pack up for bike travel. Okay? But the first thing I'm going to do is get this case opened. We're going to see how quickly we can do this. In this bag here, what I've got is I've got a lot of packaging material that I used to use for packing up the bike and keeping it safe in the case. So I have bubble wrap, I have twist ties, I have some gloves, I have duct tape, and other types of tape in here as well. But today, I'm going to try and not use this for packing the bike. I'm going to use Albopads instead, alright? That's my goal for today. First thing I'm going to do with this, I'm going to take off the front wheel and then put the bike on the stand. You know what? I had a question about the skewer for this stand, and someone asked me, can you use your skewer instead of the one that's supplied? And I'm looking at this, and this is the one that's from my head wheels. So yes, you can use your own skewer. Let's go. Right now I'm going to shift the bike to the hardest gear in the back. So now I have the bike on the stand, and now I got to think about, what do I want to take off? So I'm going to have to take off the seat. On this bike case, I don't generally take off the pedals, although you can, and I don't usually take off the derailleur. So I'm going to leave the derailleur on there, and I'm going to leave the pedals on, but I need to take off the handlebars and the seat. So I'm going to get out my torque wrench, and I'm going to loosen this up, and I'm going to loosen this up too so it's easy to take off. I'm going to take off the stem cap and put it someplace safe. And a great place to put it would be in this bag supplied by Albopads. So now we're going to take off the back wheel. I'm a guy that does not like getting my hands dirty, so I'm going to throw on some gloves. When you're taking out the rear wheel, make sure you shift to the smallest cog in the back. It's going to make it that much easier. Okay, and then you just loosen up the skewers and take the wheel off. And just like that, the back wheel is off. What I usually do right at this point here, at this point what I do is once I have the rear wheel off, I will take the skewer out and I will put the wheel in the Thule wheel bag. That's very important to remember to take these the skewer with you. I've seen it before. We go on camps, and sure enough, an athlete or two ends up not having the skewer because they forgot to pack it. So make sure you put that in your bag right away. It's easy to forget. These Thule bags are great because when you open up inside, they have a little pocket inside. Open it up, I throw that skewer right inside, right at the beginning, so I will not forget it. Okay, and I'm going to take this wheel, throw it in right away. This is just a demo video. I'm actually not going on a trip. I'm going on a trip in about a month. If I was going on a trip, I would take the air out of the tires, right? But right now I don't need to, but before you travel, take the air out of your tires. Okay, so now we're at the point. We got everything ready to go. We've got the rear wheel off. What I usually do sometimes, I'm not going to do today, is what I would do is I'd take a zip tie and I would zip that chain together. But with these Albopads, I'm going to try and do it without the zip tie. We're going to see how it goes. What I did just there is I found that it didn't wrap so great with being in the big chain ring, so I shifted it down to the small ring in the front, and then that makes it much easier to wrap that up. So now it's nicely secured, and that chain is in there really nice. Now we're going to grab the rear derailleur bag so we can cover this back end up. Now I'm going to take the rear derailleur bag. I'm going to wrap up my rear derailleur so that's going to be nice and safe during the packing. I'm going to open it up, cover up the derailleur, take the strap, and then cinch it up. And there we go. Now the derailleur is nice and protected. So if it moves back and forth, it won't get bumped. But we know that in this, we know in the Thule bike case, it's not going to move at all. But now we know that it's really well protected. Let's move on. Now I'm going to take one of these big pads. We're going to do the top, and then here, and then right over here. You have quite a few pads available. So if you want to wrap your other side over here, you could do that. I don't think I'm going to wrap that over there. You could if you want to, but I don't think it's necessary. So what I'm going to do is use this one for up top. And again, play around with these pads and see if maybe a smaller one may be better instead of using a bigger one, depending on the size of your bike. Okay, so that's the top tube done. Now let's do the fork. We're gonna take a small pad now to cover the fork. The next thing we have to do is take these handlebars, take them off, and then attach them to the bike. Now in order to do this, what I used to do is I used to take out duct tape, believe it or not. Now I would duct tape the handlebars to the top tube. I just wrap it around. I always found that I always left a sticky mess on the top tube. So today what I'm going to do is use these elbow pads, and I'm going to use the extra 2 straps of Velcro to attach the handlebars to the bike frame. Okay, so I got 2 extra Velcro straps here. Now let's go and see. Take off the handlebars. So I've taken the handlebars off. Now I'm going to put them over here. I need the Velcro piece. Take that, wrap it around here. Make sure that's tight there. And then I'm going to wrap it around here as well. Oh, look at that! I still have a workout from my online spin class. Let's take that off. Take that guy off. If you want to protect this part of your bike, take another pad out and wrap it up. That's good. Now I'm going to attach the handlebar or the aero bar here to the frame of the bike. I'm going to do that with the other supplied Velcro. Let's go this way. There we go. So that's really nicely secured. And so now that's probably all I'm going to use with the pads. I've got a bunch extra, right? I've got a big one here. 1, 2. I've got 3 extra big ones. And I've got 3 extra small ones that I could go to town on if I wanted to. Like if I want to protect back here, I could. But you know what I forgot? I forgot the seat post. So I gotta take this off. Pull this out. Don't forget, if you have one of these guys here, one of these seat post clamps, that you take this with you on your trip. Because you get to your location, you don't have it, that's not so good. And sometimes it can be very hard to replace. Now I want to show you how I'm going to pack up the seat post. The seat and seat post. So first of all, I'm going to take one of the small pads. I'm going to wrap it up. It protects it. What I like to do when I'm packing up the seat is I stick it in like this. Okay? And so in order for me to do this without using tape or anything, I'm going to have to use a second pad. So I'm going to use the second pad here. Put in the seat like this. I'm going to take another pad and wrap it around the bottom like this. I'm going to turn this around. The Velcro is in the right position. Okay. Take the Velcro from one pad, attach it to there, and the Velcro from the other pad, I'm going to wrap it around to the other pad. See what I mean? Just got it in the bottom, I undo it, wrap it to this pad, strap on the back, and wrap it to there. And there, that seat post is not going anywhere. It's really nice and secure, and it's very well protected. If you want to protect right here, you'll take another pad out, put it on, away it goes. See, I didn't even take off the cage, I just left the cage on, and then I wrapped it up. And then that's really good there. And I still have extra pads, right? So I still have a small one. I could go on the other side if I want to protect that side. I could do that. Or I could protect the fork over there. And I have some big ones too. So I have lots of extra pads that I really don't need for this. But if you look at this, I've done this pretty quick. And I use 0 tape, 0 zip ties. Although you could zip tie the chain together if you want. I think if I was traveling, I would zip tie it just to keep that chain secure. I have gone on trips before where the chain somehow comes into a crazy knot. Like, I have no idea how it happens. So if you could zip tie it together and then snip it when you get to your location, it just saves you that possible grief. Okay, so I've got the bike like in this position. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to tighten up this bolt. I'm going to put the stem cap back up on here, and then I'm going to put this into the bike box and see how it all fits. Now remember, when you get these Albopads, it comes with this really durable bag that you could throw in a lot of your stuff, right? So you could put in your repair kit, you could put in your bike shoes and stuff like that, and that will keep everything nice and safe. And then just throw that into the bike box or bag afterwards. So I'm just cleaning up right now the extra pads, putting it in the bag, and then I'm going to pack that bike away in the case. A little tip I do with this bike box, I usually pack my bike up in the basement, and if I put everything together and close it up, it can get quite heavy, so I usually do it in pieces. What I will do is I will take this bottom part and I will take it upstairs, and then I will take my bike, which is over here, it's all wrapped up, and it's good to go, and I just carry it upstairs, and then I put it together once I'm upstairs. It just saves stress on my back. So now let's see if I can get this in. And just like that, my bike is packed up, well protected with the Albopads, and it's ready to go for its next trip. So that's how you can use the Albopads to make your bike really well protected. To finish off this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top and throw it on. That's it. This bike is all wrapped up. It's well protected. It's secure. I wouldn't have to worry about it in travel. And I know that in this Thule bike case, it is safe and sound. This is Coach Todd saying thank you very much and happy training and traveling.